Sup, you hoochies, skeezers, skanks, and scallywags.
Scallywag.
Rubbernecking and looker-hooing. What's going on, bitches? Yes, a bitch is back. A bitch is back. Oops. It's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you without a dope video to step to. All right, y'all.
That ain't my last
A bitch is tired of doing this shit.
one. I did. Not remember. That's all right.
We doing this on live stream because I haven't hooked up my laptop and I gotta get internet before I do such. And I'm tired of using my phone and making 100 million videos about the same shit. When technically, no, it ain't the same shit. It's just in different areas. But when you see that C word 100 million times on the feed, you're like, damn it, we ain't dead yet. What the hell? All right, y'all, here we go. Disclaimer. Anything cringy, which means, oh, that was the wrong thing to say. Or, I can't sit still and listen to that. Okay, let's pray to the gods. Please don't make this speech funny, because they're going to demonetize me for laughing like hell. They always do that. Y'all remember back in the day, because certain people seen my video before they blocked me. I laugh at the wrong shit. I'm sorry, it's funny. So, get your popcorn. We on the live stream. Hey, and I was thinking, trying to get these 4,000 up, man. Trying to get my Google AdSense in.
A little help, little help, little help.
Help. I need somebody.
Help. Not just anybody.
Okay, we showing our age. We need to shut up.
No, well, you know, he was doing that.
What, the Beatles?
Yeah.
This my chain.
I know, but the movie.
Oh. And I know everything is trending about this Madam CJ Walker thing. And you know, you YouTubers, oh, I'm extrovert. I'm introvert. I'm Uzivert. I have
Ernie and Bert.
good word, but little late on the comedic timing. If you don't know this, and it might sound strange because it sounds strange to a lot of therapists, I have ADHD. Oh, you can't be telling us the truth, Charlotte. No, just because I got selective ADHD, it don't mean I don't got it. Or in the words of my stupid ex-therapist, how you can have that? You sit down. How you have your job, bitch? You stupid. Okay, let's get into this. Please, Lord, by the gods of Satan and them, don't let the bitch laugh. Don't let a bitch laugh. Don't let them say nothing stupid, because the bitch is going to laugh. All right. Exactly. Maniacally. Give me one more. No, Hardy. Okay, that's a little scary. Goosebump-esque. But let's get over. Okay, we got this little bitch right here. Here we go, y'all. Satan save, let's get it.
Joe Biden has been relatively quiet throughout the COVID-19 pandemic.
Okay. Don't mean to show my ignorance again. talk to Joe Biden, dude. Well, who the fuck is he?
The vice president.
I don't give a damn. Hey, the only vice president I remember is Al Gore. Because he had the murders.
Al Gore, remember.
And so people were wondering, where's Joe Biden? I mean, on one hand, you have, unfortunately, Donald Trump spreading all sorts of
Okay, excuse me. Sorry to bust your bubble, little cute little bitch. Ain't nobody asked that. I don't hear a lot of niggas saying what the hell is Joe Biden gonna speak on this. Hey, remember what Dave Chappelle said? Where's Ja Rule? Where is Ja Rule? I want to hear Jeffrey Atkins speak on this, man. Or better yet, why don't we get Waka Flocka? Because you know what he go to college for, right? He go to college to take geometry. Who does that? Okay, let's get into it. But excuse me, little baby bitch. Nobody asked what Joe Biden was, okay? So don't start off blowing your own horn. We don't give a shit. That's why we waiting on who? Where's Ja Rule, man? It's murder. Let's get it.
information during his daily COVID-19 briefings. And then on the other hand, you have, luckily, someone like Bernie Sanders, who's been doing multiple live streams in an effort to really inform people about what's going on. And he's also raised, by the way, $2 million to provide relief to people who are already feeling the economic ramifications of this pandemic. But then, like, Joe Biden, like, he's been MIA, and he released a statement recently saying something along the lines of, God willing, we'll get the tech up so I can address the public about what's going on, which blows my mind, because how do you not have a team of people who can set that up for you, right? Like, it's just insane. So finally, he does a live stream. It's about 18 minutes long, and there were some issues, and we're going to show you a snippet of that right now. Take a look.
We need to activate the reserve corps of doctors and nurses and beef up the number of responders dealing with these crushing cases. And in addition to that, we have to make sure that we are in a position that we are. Well, let me go this.
Okay, excuse me. Who did not tell this nigga he was live streaming? He just teetered and tottered like he about to fall over the door. And he was mumbling in the beginning. I don't know what the fuck. Okay. Let me bring that back a little bit for y'all. Little baby bitch. Okay.
In addition to that, we have to make sure that we are in a position that we are. Well, let me go to the second thing. I've spoken on it. The president must use Defense Production
You
Act.
did what?
So
Yeah, no
something
comment.
went wrong with the teleprompter. I just feel like he should be able to speak to the public. Yeah, the teleprompter malfunctioned. It's okay. I'm sure you.
Okay. Whoa. Wait a minute. Excuse me. Teleprompter.
Let's move on to the second thing.
Okay, but
Okay.
this is why we haven't heard from him. He don't know what the fuck he's talking about. The fuck you need to
Know
tell
what to say. You shouldn't have to rely on that.
Thank you, baby
point,
bitch.
but maybe I'm being too rough on him. I don't know.
Yeah. No, it's a tough situation. I don't blame him much for this. You remember when Obama was...
Whoa. So, why ain't we gonna go back to this? Never mind.
office, the Republicans did this stupid thing about he's a teleprompter president. I got news for you. Everybody's a teleprompter president. They all use it. The funniest one is, of course, Trump when he uses it, because he goes from I'm the greatest at everything. I know the oranges of every single problem and I could solve it, to now I am supposed to tell you that I care about you. Ooh, that's a big word. Let's skip that one.
That's why we can't do what they do over there in the other countries. Because we too slip of the tongue. See, all that right there, he be in a camp somewhere working.
You would have said that, and next thing you was like,
We have technical difficulties.
with your teleprompter, and they took him to the side of the
They gonna hit that button, and you gonna glitch on it.
Mm-hmm.
But is it just me? But that impression was funny as shit. Let's bring that back a little bit.
Don't talk about the prayers like that.
I ain't talking about the breeze. I'm just talking about Trump.
Oh, mister, do I look impeached? Not to me.
To rely on that to make your point, but maybe I'm being too rough on him. I don't know.
Yeah.
Do it for me one time. Big
It's a
dog.
tough situation. I don't blame him much for this. You remember when Obama was in office, the Republicans did this stupid thing about he's a teleprompter president. I got news for you. Everybody's a teleprompter president. They all use it. The funniest one is, of course, Trump when he uses it, because he goes from I'm the greatest at everything. I know the oranges of every single problem, and I could solve it, to now I am supposed to tell you that I care about you. Ooh, that's a big word. Let's skip that one. So, but Reagan was the best at using a teleprompter. They all use it. They're supposed to have their notes in front of them, so that if something goes wrong with the prompter, you could ad lib until it's fixed and you could get to your point.
Mhm.
To be fair to those folks, though, they don't do what you and I do every day, Anna, which is to do 2-3 hour show without a teleprompter. So it is quite difficult when the damn prompter won't work. So, his tech team there was
Disaster. His tech team, they got to go. I mean, it's not, look, if this was one isolated incident, then it's fine. Yeah, okay, there was a teleprompter malfunction. I know that every politician uses a prompter. That's not a big deal. But he's had one tech issue after the next. I mean, it's bad.
We don't
to
come
say
back to
the
a video
least.
about
And
that.
the story that we reported on last week about how Trump's approval rating in response to
But the teleprompter
COVID-19 is
ain't
now
getting
at
no coronavirus.
55%. The reason why that's relevant to bring up, especially in the context of a story like this, is because the argument that we keep hearing over and over again is that Biden is the right candidate for Democrats because he's the most electable. It's okay if he's not proposing anything that you like. It's okay if he's not, a creative thinker. It's okay if he's not giving you what you want in terms of policy. All that matters is that we defeat Donald Trump and he's the most electable. And to be quite honest with you, is he? I mean, like, just optics alone, he's been a disaster in any type of address that he's tried to give people when it comes to COVID-19. Anytime he's tried to do a live stream, it's been a disaster. And so while he's struggling, I mean, he's got the resources. While he's struggling to put together a decent live stream, you have Donald Trump misinforming the public every single day during his press briefings, right? And he makes it seem as though he's really looking out for the average American. We're going to get through this. We're going to provide relief. We're going to strengthen the economy. Of course, it's all lies. And of course, he's an incompetent fool. But you need the other side to come out and point that out, right? To really highlight that. Now, I think Bernie's done a good job. But I mean, look, they don't want Bernie as the nominee. They've fought against him as the nominee pretty aggressively. And so they've propped up Biden as the most electable. I don't think that the facts really bear that out, though.
So to your point, Anna, his main reason for being the most electable, according to his team, is that he's competent. And Bernie might have good ideas that you like, but he can't really get them done. Remember, Klobuchar said the rest of the Democrats won't vote for Medicare for all anyway. But Joe Biden is competent. I'm the guy who got that done. I'm the guy who got that done. And so I might be going for small bore, but I'll at least get it done. And especially vis-a-vis Donald Trump. Donald Trump is the picture of incompetence, but don't worry, everything's going to go back to normal and everything's going to be led by a competent leader, Joe Biden. So when you have these problems, even if this one to me is more understandable, but you have them over and over again, it does pile up. And as a matter of at least optics, it doesn't look good for your main argument, which is that you're the competent one. if you can't get Zoom to work, you can't get teleprompter to work, you can't get this, you can't get that, right? So, but again, it always goes back to the media as to how people perceive this. So, number one, why did Trump's poll numbers jump to 55% in terms of how he's dealt with this? Because whenever there's a crisis, people rally around the leader. It happens no matter what. It happened during 9/11. It's not like people were like, "Oh man, we just got the worst terrorist attack in U.S. history. Great job, George Bush." But no, he had an over 90% approval rating because we were attacked and we rally around the leader. It's a natural human instinct, and sometimes the press helps that along with saying, "Well, now Donald Trump looks like a president who's in charge," etc. But that'll dissipate because over time, people go, "Wait a minute, is he saying things that make sense, or is he making it worse?" In the case of Donald Trump, in the case of Joe Biden, the normal reaction for the media should be, "Wait, in the middle of a pandemic, what are we all rushing to do? We're all rushing to have the government pay for our health care, for the testing, and potentially for the treatment. Who had that idea?" If I'm a journalist and I don't have a dog in the fight, well, I would objectively say the person who championed that throughout this entire primary campaign was obviously Bernie Sanders. He said, if you have real problems, especially in healthcare where your life is on the line, the government should provide the insurance so you can get treated. That's Medicare for all.
Right.
Has anyone on television or anyone in the New York Times or Washington Post or any of those outlets said that? No. They say, "Oh, well, in a time like this, you need competence like Joe Biden. It's a good thing he's going to be the nominee."
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, look, honestly, we always talk about how Trump supporters live in an alternate universe. They live in a different world, right? But the same can be said for people who make that argument about Biden. I mean, he has really struggled through the primary race. He's stumbled left and right. And his lack of response and his inability to to successfully address the American people about what's going on, I think really goes against the argument that he's the most competent. I think Joe Biden represents nostalgia and comfort, but he represents nostalgia and comfort when things seem relatively normal. We're in this unprecedented.
Now, what I don't understand here is this bitch said he is misleading the public every day. But we have about 3 minutes exactly, and this bitch ain't told us the proper information. Sometimes you see these disgruntled anchors here. That's all part of the situation because you need faces and heels. Everybody that watch wrestling know what I'm talking about. But let's give her about 2.5 more minutes till she actually says something. Because they always gonna tell you what you shouldn't do and what is wrong, but nobody told us what's right. So we might as well, we gotta wait for him to address the country in a couple hours.
Situation where we're dealing with a pandemic that shows this country for what it is and how ill prepared it is to deal with a virus like the coronavirus. And so it's just amazing to me how everyone's asking for things right now that have already been proposed by Bernie Sanders, not just like in the last week, but over decades of his political career, right? And I just think it's hilarious how they're like, no, COVID-19 testing and treatment needs to be free. But everything else, let's make sure that we're still dealing with the same system where if you have cancer, if you have something serious and you don't have the proper health care or you can't afford health care, well, then you can F off. Like, how do you think that that's okay? It's, yeah.
My last 2 points on this is, if you took someone from outside the country and you showed them all those debates and said, name the person who's running on competence, I don't think a single person would pick Joe Biden. They'd be like, and once you told them, they'd be like, no, wait, you don't mean that guy. The guy who's made probably the most mistakes in any of the debates and all the debates. That's the guy running on competence? No, you must mean someone else. You're getting him mixed up. No, the power of propaganda is, that's what the media told us, that don't believe your lying eyes. That's the most competent leader we have on the Democratic side. Now, given that he's struggled at times, you know that I've been worried that the insiders might also know about his struggles. And at some point, once Bernie Sanders is out of the way, they might try to replace Biden. Well, now we know who they're going to do it with. Andrew Cuomo. So you have the press 24/7, right?
God.
Going, look, Bill de Blasio and Cuomo will give almost identical press conferences, but the press hates de Blasio because they view him to be a progressive. They love Cuomo because he's establishment 101. They'll say almost the same things, and they're like, de Blasio, ridiculous, quarantining people. And then Cuomo will come on and they're like, we got to quarantine everybody. They're like, leadership. That's what leadership looks like. Andrew Cuomo to save this country when we need him most. And that propaganda right now is in full steam. They always wanted Cuomo in the first place. He didn't run because he got scared by Cynthia Nixon. And they're like, wow, if he's having trouble with Cynthia Nixon in New York, we don't know that he could win the election overall. Now it looks like they might not have needed an election. So I don't know that that's going to happen. But if they go in the direction of replacing Biden, let me tell you right now, I guarantee you the first name that pops up is Andrew Cuomo.
No.
Why does round pizza come in a square box?
Constant Contact makes it so easy to send email.
Good question, bitch. All clips presented in this video are from March 2020. I'll be damned. What? The world. Us. Oh Lord. Y'all may not be able to see this too well because of live stream, but just pay attention. This is some bullshit. Now we in the car. Hold on, we gotta put our windshield wipers on. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. You might as well say that to the funeral procession right there. Oh, this is in Albania. Okay.
So ganz USA ist hier.
Now we in Germany, bitch.
Leute, was geht denn hier ab? Ich wohne in Hamburg-Harburg
German, German,
und seht euch
German,
mal die
German.
Panzer hier an. Wohin gehen die?
And more German.
Breakdown. Blackpool, Baby Tank. Die haben amerikanische Namen.
Oh, he was speaking English. My
Der da
bad.
heißt Chief Tank. Alter, was geht hier ab?
Okay, no, he wasn't.
Only one said baby tank.
Whatever that word is, they don't live there. Oh,
เป็นชุด
Malaysia.
สีเนี่ยฮะหมูเห่าเสียว呀อังเขาเป็นชุดสีเนี่ยฮะโอเค
Malaysian,
ไอ้
Malaysian,
ของเย่
Malaysian.
วะโอเคค่ะ
I'm
เดี๋ยว
translating for y'all bitches.
ฮะ
Malaysian.
อังเขาเป็นฮะ
More Malaysian.
OK，要戒烟了，OK，全部拼车出来呀，还有你看，意外死了，那在吉隆坡标注了，明白了吗？那么多人拼车出来呀，要打仗了。
Malaysian, Malaysian, Malaysian. I don't know what y'all see, because I can't see shit but white light. But you know what tanks
You only
are.
want to bring back the right thing.
True. Wait, what? Hold on a minute. What was this? Oh. That was the textbook, bro. French, 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 French. French, French, French.
Monsieur, en direct de Charenton tout de suite.
More French.
Si on me dit pas qu'on se prépare à être un confiné, l'ardi.
Also, more French.
Là, en bas de chez moi. Oh là là.
French, 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 French.
Oh, le délire. Ah, c'est pas possible.
And guess what?
Là, en bas de chez moi. Oh là là.
French, French, French.
Oh, le délire. Ah, c'est pas possible.
Oh Lord, they had the stuff like that. Okay, now let's focus on the United States.
Top of the night, everybody. I'm gonna be brief. So
Why I got to be
I was
in
on the
there?
19 bus on 149th Street in the Bronx just now. So today is what, Thursday, and it's like fucking 10 at night or some funny shit like that. 10, 11 at night. I seen 5.
See? I told you. They got to go to the ignorant nigga when shit didn't get real. His exact words was, it's 10, 11 o'clock, some funny shit like that. What that's reserved for like 3, 4 in the morning. Not 9, 10, 11 o'clock. But word is born, son.
Army tanks. Like hidden in the dark by Exterior Avenue near Gateway Mall. There's 5 Army tanks. So I asked the bus driver, I'm like, yo, you seen that? He's like, oh yeah, they've been there all day. They've been there, since earlier. It was more, but they left. I'm gonna tell you this, man. It's crazy because I never thought in my lifetime I would be alive to see it. Well, I knew it, but I was kind of in denial. This shit about to get sloppy out here.
You was in Egypt, nigga?
Right? And I'm gonna tell you now, it make a lot of sense. When Cardi B said she was moving to Nigeria, I'm like, why would the fuck she move to Nigeria? Like, she's from the Bronx, from the hybrid section. She's like, why would she move to Africa? And then when they said Ludacris was going to South Africa, Cardi B was going to Nigeria, they said a few other rap stars was moving to Africa. Now I know why. These fucking sucker ass niggas knew this shit was gonna get martial law. This shit was gonna be locked down, and they didn't tell none of us. Like, it was like basically what AZ did to Nas and Belly. He seen the shooter coming. He didn't tell Nas. He just got low. He got the fuck out of there with the baby and left Nas for dead. And I'm not saying Cardi B and Ludacris and them is obligated to tell us, but them niggas knew. And I got kind of caught with my pants down, meaning, you know, usually I have a nice amount of chicken saved up, nice amount of Sausalito turkey saved up. Right now, my ragu is a little different. Like, you know,
Yo, why? You got the turkey saved up, son. Chicken in the kitty, son. My Alfredo ain't like it used to be, son. Or this born hybrid, bitch.
Time to stuff out there.
But why, nigga? Okay, for my educated people, he ain't got no money. All that decorative food slang, he ain't got no money. No chicken, no scratch, no plunder, no.
ragu ain't where it usually be. But like if my ragu was where it usually be, I would have called on like, oh, Nigeria, you know what? Let me shoot the fuck over there too. And like see what's going on. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't need to be a millionaire to get to Nigeria, because the niggas that be coming over here from Nigeria, they ain't not millionaires. A lot of these niggas be popped too. They save their last life savings and then come over here. So, but you know, she moved up from Nigeria, Ludacris moved to South Africa. I knew something was spooky from there.
Next to one, and it's the Army. Y'all, I'm serious. So I asked them, I said, are you all starting to patrol now? And they said, yes, they're doing a test run out here in Manhattan. And I said, are you all going to start going to other counties? And they said, yes. So I'm on here to tell each of you who have children, nieces, nephews, even some of us who, you know, we so pig-headed, we stubborn, we know everything. Please, when the Army gets out here in full force, which they are coming, please, if they tell you to go in, please let us email. Please listen. Don't give these people any problems. Let me tell you, they are a whole different level than the police. Okay? They are whole, you know, they are trained family members that the Army is out. I just saw them. If I wasn't sitting on my bus driving, I would have took a picture. They were out 15 deep in black, shiny minivans. Okay?
San Diego.
Kelly. Look just like New York from that view, doesn't it? Heading towards Chicago.
Look at this shit. Headed towards Chicago right now. Holy shit. This was... Chicago's about to go on lockdown. Holy moly.
Oh, Lord.
Wow.
What we gonna do, Lord?
Look how long that fucker is, dude.
Fuck yeah, dude. Totes.
I had at least 30 seconds before I turned my phone on to videotape this for all of you that are watching this now.
Wow. God damn. There's a lot of motherfuckers doing it.
That is... Holy shit.
Highway 94 going toward Chicago.
Oh, no, they didn't. Okay, first of all, remember when I made a joke long time ago when the wildfires come in? They didn't interview no Mexicans, no niggas, no nothing. They had to post niggas out for this one. Because you got to know the real about the ragu, nigga. Feel me? His ravioli wasn't right. Because if his ravioli was on racks, he would have been over there getting that money. You feel me? So, I got a question. do they have different laws? Can they do shit, the same shit or worse shit than the police? Like, can they clap without asking questions? Just like, bum bum. And then ask questions like, what is the point of... So they armed more, basically, right?
Hmm?
They armed more than the police.
Who?
The niggas martial arts.
Not necessarily more, different.
In what way, might you say?
What they carrying? Their
Yes.
ammunition in.
That ain't different. That's stronger.
Different.
No, the hell it
It's
ain't
not
that.
the same thing.
But it's stronger. And they got trucks. They don't got cars.
And I don't. I guess they bring them because you ain't gonna play with them like some might play with police. Even though they might not do that right now because of what's going down. You feel what I'm saying?
What was the difference?
Because they're more disciplined. And straight out to do what they're supposed to do. You feel what I'm saying?
And the police are not.
Police aren't more disciplined.
Know what I'm saying? The police are not.
Yeah, they're out there to do what they're gonna do. But that just seems more official, or you know what I'm saying?
How about this?
How about it?
Check this out. The police throw the rock and they hide their hands. Because they're more closer to normal niggas. So you ain't scared. And these motherfuckers though, that's why I want to know, what are their orders? You know what I'm saying? Because the police can't use a certain amount of force, right?
Okay.
Excuse me. Not supposed to. Y'all can't see me air quotating.
No, they're not supposed to use unnecessary force.
Can they do? Whoever the mother, we gonna call them the National Guards.
Oh, none of them are supposed to.
I ain't say supposed to. Do they have more of a right to fuck some shit up than the police? You see what I'm saying? Do they get the same?
In this case, I think it's basically the same because they're all after the same. They all for the same thing. You know, it's not like.
Got a question. I would say no. Because remember the other video that we did where Pedro put it in, he said, don't go with them to the camps. The police don't have those.
Sure.
That in air quotations, camp / chamber / disease. Excuse me, this is crazy. They don't want to look like a van real quick. Now we drive down the road. Hold on, y'all. Put the seatbelts on, bitch. We got one more step. We're going to wait on you. San Antonio, Texas, 3/1/2020. Oh, Lord.
Get them tanks.
Anybody seeing that unnecessary force coming yet? What did this remind you people of? Okay, for the younger generation, let me do a cinema reference. Okay, remember niggas with attitude in the beginning, right? This is around when the crack era and what the bitch name? Nancy Reagan and the dairy.
Mm.
The reason I smoke weed to this day, that was a good program. Okay, now They did this a long time ago, remember? And remember in the movie when Easy-E, I think it was played by Baby Easy, if I'm not correct. He went into the trap house, and then they came in because he was like, "Your blood just not feeling right. It's feeling a certain kind of way." You know, like you just go outside, you smell it in the air, some shit is about to go down. So he ran in the kitchen. Remember, he ran in the kitchen, and then he ran outside, and then he was trying to go out the window, but he couldn't get out the window. So he went up to the top of the roof, right? And as he was doing that, the tank came in, right? Hit the fiend. She flew against the refrigerator. History repeats itself. Now, during that era, they didn't need no tank to come up in the project. Right?
Right.
So that was hella wrong. I mean, these niggas was, what's the word I'm looking for? Bulldoze right into the shit. Right? They drove the tank right into the fucking house. Now, that's only a far stretch for America's land and soil. Now, if we was going through like a war like in the video of A Man in the Mirror, where they be throwing them rocks and shit in the tanks. But it's because they're going through a fight, right? With an enemy. What the hell are these tanks gonna do? Look, what do you need? Is this for presents? Because damn sure don't need no tank for no damn presents. What the fuck are they bringing tanks up in here for? You can't shoot the virus.
It's more so to scare the people. I would say.
What? We didn't do shit.
No, you didn't. But this is serious.
Yeah, because they're gonna start something and then they're gonna put more pressure on us like, oh, the coronavirus spreads. It can stop being spread. And it starts with you. And guess what I'm gonna say? The power is yours, Captain Planet. Why are they coming in this fucking deep though? Like, no, really.
Maybe they're gonna use them to block off.
Bullshit. You know why they want us out of the street? So they can bring them niggas in. You don't see no cars. But you see 1,275, 89,000 tanks coming in here for what? To block off what?
Something.
No, I mean, but for real, what? Just, I mean, you can't even take a wild guess because it don't make sense.
Because the war is not on the people.
So what the shit? We've been looking at this scene for the past 15 seconds and he's still coming. There's more tanks than niggas in our neighborhood. No, seriously. Few minutes here, y'all. What
You
the?
had it during that out because they just run in tanks.
No, but I was counting.
Oh.
I was on me count. Now, why though, my nigga? For what reason, nigga? For what reason is this?
You got me with the tanks.
I mean, like, come on.
Because if you're gonna have them police the streets. You don't need tanks to do that.
Because we're not in a war, right?
We're
not in that type of war.
Right, we're not in that type of war.
And we not listening that damn hard. You know filter people?
No, it is.
I know. I'm just fucking with you.
I'm trying not to scratch it. So I just rub around it.
What? This ain't making no sense. And hold on, are they on railroad tracks?
Yeah. They're on the train. Like flatbed.
I know, but why? I'm seriously not understanding it.
Wait a minute. It's not why they're on that. It's why they're bringing them in.
No, I meant, but no, because I thought it was rolled for a second. But
that's what I thought at first.
yeah,
but I was like, no, they rolling too
smooth.
Yeah. And they fast.
Yeah, they coming in like Shaft, and this bitch is damn right. Can you dig it? No, I can't. This is not. Oh Lord, this ain't real. This ain't real. This ain't real.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I think there's something going on deeper.
Duh, but
you gotta be deep because you're fighting, supposedly fighting a virus.
no.
I said they're supposedly.
No, they fighting us.
That was my next.
No, but what I'm saying is, the reason why they fighting us, I don't know yet.
Because they want everybody to stay inside because they're doing something. Something is going on that they do not want
I know.
the public to see.
With our optics, we gather that, but what is it? Damn.
I ain't quite figured that out yet.
Yeah.
If we see where these tanks are going, where they're going to end up.
Did he say on his way to Chicago? Did they say they was on their way to Chicago?
They had other ones.
No, but across the little red thing, on their way to Chicago.
Was it Chicago or Texas?
No, it was in
San Antonio,
San
Texas.
Antonio, Texas,
Okay.
in 3/1/2020.
Okay.
But they were headed to Chicago.
Mm.
Oh shit! I got it. Remember when I did the video about your boy Jesus, and he did the speech in front of Trump, which was very well put together. I told you the nigga wasn't crazy in that video. Remember when I did that video? He was talking about some plants and some other things in Chicago. You know what? After this video, since we on live stream, I'm gonna pull it up again because why would they be headed to Chicago? Jesus! Do you know something I don't know, dog? Because I'd be damned if we got to sit here another 13 minutes and they still traveling. What was it?
Like I said, just to keep somebody out of somewhere.
Who? Jesus?
No, they're locking you down for some reason.
That was a joke. Hold on, bitch. Louisiana 2 weeks before outbreak. Hold on, what was it? Wait. I can't, with all this red, y'all gotta use the text better. Louisiana 2 weeks before outbreak. Okay. Wisconsin, March 16th, 2020. Damn!
They still bring them more.
What?
And what are those? Are those tanks little jeeps?
Them doom buggy jeep thingy, but they got little guns on the outside because they be standing on the man of them shits. Remember the video game? Yeah.
They're planning something.
How long have you been in America?
Which makes me think.
No, how long have you been in America? Duh, they planning something.
No.
Come on, Nancy Drew.
Man, Look, speeding it up.
Okay, please tell me that's fast forward. Please tell me they fast forward this.
Yeah.
But I'm about hey shit, they might have some new shit.
Which leads me to think,
The fuck?
this shit was planted for a reason. This was put out here for a reason.
Nancy Drew. We know that.
And this is 2 weeks before the outbreak. So they were setting shit up.
What?
Wait, say California?
Okay, I understand y'all like speeding shit up. Can y'all slow down so a bitch can read? Okay, screw that. It was too damn fast. Just looked like a glitch.
California. Something California. Southern California.
Something like that. They speak this shit up fast as hell.
Yeah, they slowing it down.
Move! No, don't move it. Okay, I'll be damned.
You think if this person, the fire in California, mass grave diggers.
Hold on, motherfucker, wait. Oh, they know niggas dying on this one. They gonna make sure, because what the fuck you need a mass grave digger for? Okay. 13 whole minutes of watching tanks go into different cities.
I hope you ain't got time. Go down there. Crap.
Shit, we already been sitting here for hyperspeed 13 minutes. So let's ready to actually real time speed. That's like an hour right there. Yo! Do me a favor. We're gonna bring it back a little bit more. Listen closely. Don't it sound like some children saying something?
Okay.
Yeah. Listen to it.
The search for the fugitives known as the Devil's
I knew this was a
resulted
movie.
in a violent
Lionsgate.
police.
Big commercial. I kind of believe this footage might be a little fake too.
Hmm?
I kind of believe this footage might be a little fake too.
It might be.
Because a lot of people think that people get paid to do false information, but they also pay people to do diversions. And it's not looking good, people. At least for y'all, 'cause I'm in the house. I'm good. You saw that shit? Yeah, look. Something go across the sky, watch. And don't look at the light right there, because it'll throw you off. It's coming above the light.
That right there?
Look, see it?
Flying?
It went through the light. Let me see if I can step it at the right time.
That right there.
That.
Yeah.
What was that?
I don't know. Start over there. I mean, that's where I saw it.
Okay.
Come on. See that?
That's noticeable. I'm talking about the other thing.
Wait a minute.
What is that?
I don't know.
Look, y'all. Y'all see how these trucks coming in? This shit, it took me a minute to grab the camera. It was coming. I'm like, it's only gonna be a few. Hell no. It's like still coming. What the fuck we need?
Okay, wait. My memory is not serving me as well as usual, but Chicago, right?
Mm-hmm.
San Antonio, California. We didn't see Washington yet, right? Nobody said Washington. Because they would need that many for those kind of cities. Because like if they came here, they could just stuff it in the street. They don't need 12 niggas. Ain't that many niggas over there. You need about a truck or two. I don't get it. I'm not under this. Fuck yeah.
It's too far. Still coming out.
Wait a minute. Xenophobic. What is that? What is that? What is that? What is that?
What?
Xenophobic. Hold it. Second. Let's see here. We still here. Rug with me a little longer. All right. You.
Yeah, we gotta find out.
What is xenophobic?
The definition of xenophobic: having or showing a dislike of or prejudice against people from other countries.
See, you have yours on hyperspeed read. So she said in human nigga terms, having or showing a dislike of or prejudice against people from other countries. Now, you might say, Charlotte, where did this come from? If you saw on my other phone, which I'm recording off of, had a notification. It says, Mrs. Smoney, aka Mrs. Offset, said she calls for people not to be xenophobic. Okay, the best way I can explain that, remember when Sheldon was like, if you gonna tell a lie, you might as well not say Sheldon said, because that is gonna make, that's not true. So putting Cardi B in front of this big word that my educated ass had to look up, she ain't say that. And then the thumbnail says calls for people. If y'all know Cardi B like I know Cardi B, she gonna say niggas, bitches. She ain't gonna call for nobody people, and she ain't gonna use this word because it's got too many syllables for that bitch. This is a full syllable word. She don't know it. Let's be real, y'all know she don't know it. Y'all think she came up with money just because she's smart. She talk like that. This don't make no sense. Okay, let's move on down. Let's see here. What are some examples of xenophobic? Okay. Here we go. An early example of xenophobic sentiment in Western culture is the ancient Greece denigration of foreigners as barbarians, the belief that the Greek people and culture was superior to all others. And hold on. But we stole our alphabet from them. We subtracted three words from theirs to make ours. Because they got 29, we got 26. Okay, now, superior to all others. And the subsequent conclusion that barbarians, okay, were naturally meant to be enslaved. Wait, what? Okay, now, that's very interesting. But my point is, Cardi B ain't safe. Just like 6ix9ine ain't ready to hit a letter to the judge. Because he spells stupid correctly. But we know he don't do that. Okay, let's see here. What is the meaning of xenophobic attacks? Okay, here we go. The term xenophobia refers to the fear of that which is different, foreign, or strange. Okay. These son of a bitches. I would have believed it better if Drizzy said it. See, y'all fucking up. Why ain't y'all say Nikki said it? Like, and on the Breakfast Club. Let me hear her say this. Roll with me a little bit. Cause I'm not, that don't even sound right. That ain't sounding right, boo-boo. No. Oh, and by the way, y'all. This is the Rumor Report. Well, look. Everybody that's on my channel that watch this on the playback, because y'all motherfuckers don't watch me when it's happening, because y'all don't listen to a bitch. But I want anybody to see this video. Save this video in its entirety save this video in its entirety so that if it ever gets taken down, y'all can bring it right back up, send it to me, and I reload this motherfucker. And I need to get my website up over there on Squarespace. Shout out to Squarespace. Hi. I need to finish it because I got to put some shit over there. Now, the video I did earlier, it was called for an uprising. We did 2 of his. He said his earlier video got blocked and taken down. That's not true. You want to know why I say that's not true? It's because the video that I was watching from whatever, y'all can find it when y'all watch other video. I pronounce this shit. Why didn't they block that video? Because, see, once you compile it and say that these people are moving here, these people are moving here, without compiling it into one, you would have to wait for each source to get back and report it, right? So then it'll come at different times and people will be late. So, let me read this to y'all one more time. Cardi B calls for people to stop being xenophobic. Okay, now. Okay. I got you. I want to hear her say this word. Remember, y'all, I got 4 syllables. She probably going to make it 2. But it has 4.
So listen up.
And by the way, we don't believe nothing that Angela Yee said because Gucci Mane don't play that. He about to pull out. It's Gucci Mane in this picture. Oh, Lord. No, they didn't. Who that? We going to hell in a handbasket. I'm glad I'm already there. See you motherfuckers when you get here. Because this bitch, I love me some Oprah. And with some makeup, she can get strong. But when you put this bitch,
Oprah was doing an Instagram live session, and one thing that she revealed is both Oprah and Stedman, they are quarantining separately. I guess he had been traveling on business, and she is not going to do what Sabrina's doing with Idris. Here's what she said.
I am the exact opposite of Sabrina. She said that, I went, I don't want to tell you Stedman's at the guest house, but okay.
Well, you guys are being safe. That is probably that.
Yeah, and Sabrina is what, 30, 40 years younger than I am, so I think it makes a difference. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm also just trying to protect myself. And my friends say, "Oh, isn't Stedman upset?" Oh no, he's not. He really is. He's happy to make me safe.
I'm so confused because I thought that you quarantined.
Hold on. We already know that Stedman was a lap dog since way back in the day. And he to me, I always thought Stedman was to Oprah as Jericho was a Young Thug. Mm-hmm. Y'all remember that whole interview where she said he don't like intercourse because he got too many kids. But he still eat the booty like groceries. He said it all the time, don't he? But she had to say, he don't like having sex. And we already know Stedman, and she just said it right there. He is happy to make her happy.
You happy to make her safe.
Same shit. Because if you ain't safe, you ain't happy. But come on, Oak. She got too much money. You'll never hear Bill Gates and them being quarantined. See, they had to do this for Oprah because Oprah speak to the bitches. You feel me? What Oprah said, we're gonna do it. Oprah make bitches read.
When you're sick. What's the point of quarantining if you're not sick?
Because he's been traveling, so he could be asymptomatic, and then he could also give that to her because you're more at risk if you've been traveling. So she felt like it's just best. You know,
Just
she
take a
said she had
precaution.
pneumonia last year. She, had a bronchial infection, all of those things. So she just doesn't want to get sick right now.
Well, I worked all last week with Envy, and he was traveling.
Okay, first of all, Charlamagne needs to shut up a little bit. Because he's seeing wrong shit. He's not a YouTuber, he's on the media, so his opinion, as dark or as light it may be, I'm just confused, y'all. And that makes perfect sense. You heard what he said? He been working all week with Envy. Envy was traveling. But let him go ahead and finish. Let the cat out the bag.
Ain't nobody quarantine Envy. Well,
You
maybe he
can
should.
self-quarantine if you feel like it's necessary. They're not saying that they are definitely sick, but again, she feels like, look, he might be
Shut up,
asymptomatic. He might give me something that I might not be able to survive or get it really sick from. So she's like, you go in the guest house, I'll be over here. All right, now
Where's
Cardi B,
Gail?
she has she wants to make people know to stop being so xenophobic,
This
stop
live stream, I
attacking
can pause at
Asian
any given
people.
time.
Here's what she said.
Let's stop being xenophobic. Let's stop saying up jokes. Let's stop having crazy.
She said it, and she said it correctly. Holy shit, this is real. Now it's real, okay? Okay, if this video, I turn the camera to start running, make sure y'all watch the ending, because I think some shit's about to go there. Was that a tank or something, bitch? I don't know. But she got it right.
Tell him, Cardi.
Wait, that's deep. Because remember, she said she was reading, remember? And she said people live a lot longer where she's from than where she is now. Because she said she want to make a whole lot of money and go back and bring her family back to where she originates from because they live longer and safer and shit, right? Because they eat more natural shit. But I hope Charlamagne says it and people are like, why she gonna skip over it? She got it right. This bitch fucks up on regular words. Did somebody write that? Did she read it and had to look it up? Because she said the word, then she repeated after the fact, fucked up joke. See, that's where Cardi comes in. You feel me? She used the big word, that's all you're gonna get from her. And then she gonna go back to her smoney shit. Ow. So how the hell, who wrote this for her? I'm confused here.
Anger, because I've been seeing a lot of Asians get beat up and all that and it's just like, a lot of people want to look for an excuse, but like, oh, well, Asians they be racist towards other and everything, and it's like, you know what, at this moment in life right now, for once, let's all be one race.
All right, and it looks like Donald Trump finally agrees with that as well. So that's good. We shouldn't be attacking anybody.
You
right
go,
now.
Cardi girl.
All right, and tell us.
You shut up. Because you know what she doing? She promoting the New World Order thing right here. All be one race. Okay. So we're really going to hell in a handbasket if there was one, because now Cardi B's talking with sense. This shit is real. You know, like when somebody explains something to you and they don't talk a certain way, and you gotta double check, like, am I talking to the same person I knew for 10 years? This when shit get real, like when a nigga go to jail. You know a nigga been in jail because he gonna come out and say some philosophical shit. You don't even understand. Okay. Again, I know y'all may not hear that, but if I hear more time, you're gonna hear the camera go like on cops. Because I'm gonna run up there with the camera. Corona's real and I'm trying to get these views. Okay? Who the hell is that? Oh, that's Tay Tay. Because the light wasn't on her. She looked like Tamar real quick. One of them Braxtons. I'm scared. What's she gonna say? Tay Tay me. Since Kanye done said that devil juice was like, hold on, Taylor. Mo, you lovely. But Beyonce had the best video. She about to do some shit like that. But wait, did Angela Yeezy just say Trump agrees with Cardi Beezy? Did that come out of my mouth? Oh, Lord. Now the president got on bloody shoes. What the hell are we going? The fuck?
She has commented on this whole drama with these tapes that have been leaked with Kanye West and her phone conversation. Like we were saying yesterday, you know, the full video footage leaked where basically...
Excuse me, Breakfast Club. How the fuck do you go from that to this? I don't get no fuck about... Wait. I told you, Jesus. In Chicago. Hold on. But wait, hoes. Wait, hoes. We gonna work this out, y'all. Okay, look. Okay. What I want to be here? Check this out, y'all. What the hell was this? Okay, I did that. Give me a few minutes, y'all. Give me a few minutes. We'll be back in the game in 2 seconds. Hold on. Okay, okay, we're on the live stream, so we're gonna be real with it. Here we go.
Some alarming video of a violent attack in Brooklyn. Police say a group of men ambushed and...
Shut up.
People expect that if you're black, you have to be Democrat. I've had conversations that basically said that welfare is the reason why a lot of black people end up being Democrat. They say, you know, first of all, it's a limit to amount of jobs. So the fathers lose the jobs and they say, we'll give you more money for having more kids in your home. And then we got rid of the mental health institutes in the 80s and the 90s, and the prison rates just shot up. And now you have Chirac, what people call Chirac, which is actually our murder rate is going down by 20% every year. I just talked to the superintendent, met with Michael Sachs, that's Rom's right-hand man. So I think it's the bravery that helps you beat this game called life. You know, they tried to scare me to not wear this hat, my own friends, but this hat, it gives me power in a way. You know, my dad and my mom separated, so I didn't have a lot of male energy in my home. And also, I'm married to a family that, you know, not a lot of male energy going on. It's beautiful though, but there's times where, you know, it's something about, you know, I love Hillary. I love everyone, right? But the campaign, I'm with her, just didn't make me feel as a guy that didn't get to see my dad all the time, like a guy that could play catch with his son. It was something about when I put this hat on, it made me feel like Superman. You made a Superman. That's my favorite superhero. And you made a Superman cape for me also as a guy that looks up to you, looks up to Ralph Lauren, looks up to American industry guys, non-political, no put the beep on it, however you want to do it, 5 seconds delay, and just goes in and gets it done. Right now, you gave me the heart to go to Adidas, because at Adidas, when I went in 2015, we were a $14 billion company losing $2 billion a year. Now we have a $38 billion market cap. It's called the Yeezy effect.
And I went to Casper. We had a meeting in Chicago. And I said, you have to bring manufacturing onshore, not even shore, into the core. It's not about the borders, the core of Adidas. And Chicago is the core of Middle America. We have to make Middle America strong. So I had the balls, because I had enough balls to put on this hat. I mean, this Adidas thing made me a billionaire. And I could have lost $200 million walking away from that deal. But even with that, I knew it was more important for me to take the chance of walking away from that deal than to have no fathers in Chicago with no homes. And when we do have prison reprobation, because it's habilitation, not rehabilitation, because they didn't have the abilities in the first place. We never had anyone that taught us. We didn't. So more important than any specific deal, anything, that we bring jobs into America, and that we provide a transition with mental health and the American education curriculum that Jim has worked on. Larry Hoover also has a curriculum that he's worked on. We have Montessori curriculums that we worked on. WeWorks has a beautiful curriculum. The Waldorf establishment has a curriculum. We have meditation. There's a lot of things affecting our mental health that makes us do crazy things, that puts us back into that trap door called the 13th Amendment. I did say abolish with the hat on, because why would you keep something around that's a trap door? If you build in a floor, the Constitution is the base of our industry, right? Of our country, of our company. Would you build a trap door that if you mess up and you accidentally, something happens, you fall and you end up next to the Unabomber? You got to remove all that trap door out of the relationship. The four gentlemen that wrote the 13th Amendment, and I think the way the universe works is perfect. We don't have 13 floors, do we? You know, so the four gentlemen that wrote the 13th Amendment didn't look like the people they were amending. Also, at that point, it was illegal for blacks to read, or African Americans to read. And so that meant if you actually read the amendment, you'd get locked up and turned to a slave. Again, so what I think is, we don't need sentences, we need pardons. We need to talk to people. I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder. I was connected with a neuropsychologist that works with the athletes in the NBA and the NFL. And he looked at my brain. It's equal on 3 parts. I'm going to go ahead, drop some bombs for you. 98 percentile IQ test. I had a 75 percentile of all human beings, but it was counting 8 numbers backwards after it was repeating. So I'm going to work on that one. The other one, 98%, Tesla, Freud. You know, so he said that I actually wasn't bipolar. I had sleep deprivation, which could cause dementia 10 to 20 years from now, where I wouldn't even remember my son's name. So all this power that I got, and I'm taking my son to the Sox game and all that, I wouldn't be able to remember his name from a misdiagnosis. And what we need is, we can empower the pharmaceuticals and make more money. That's one thing. I've never stepped into a situation where I didn't make people more money. So we can empower pharmaceuticals, we can empower our industry, we can empower our factories, we can bring not only Adidas on shore, we can bring Foxconn to set up a factory in, I think, Minnesota, 53,000. Wisconsin. Yeah, Wisconsin. They have 4,000 jobs, people making $53,000 a year. And one of the things we got to set is Ford to have the highest design, the dopest cars, the most amazing. I don't really say dope. I don't say negative words and try to flip them. We just say positive, lovely, divine, universal words. So the flyest, freshest, most amazing car. And what we want to start with is, I brought a gift with me right here. This right here is the iPlane 1. It's a hydrogen-powered airplane.
Well, you know, Jim Brown, greatest of all time. And what people don't know, Kanye, everybody knows, right? Does the world know Kanye? What people don't know about Jim? They say, first of all, he's the best football player, but they say he was an even better lacrosse player. Do you think so?
Huh? I've heard he was even at Syracuse. Well, it's great to have you, Jim. Great to have you. Kanye, it's great to be with you. And these are two friends of mine, and Kanye's been a friend of mine for a long time. And Jim came out of nowhere and he said, I like what the president's doing. A long time ago, we met, right? And I just appreciate it very much. And, you know, if you look at the employment numbers, if you look at the median income, if you look at every single indicator, we're keeping our promise, Jim. Thank you. I want to thank you. I like North Korea too. Yeah. Well, he's turned out to be good. Dialogue. We had a little dialogue. And the Secretary of State just came back. Mike just came back from North Korea. We had very good meetings, and we'll meet again. But we're doing good. No more nuclear testing. No more missiles going up. No more nothing. And it's that was headed to war. That was headed to war. Yep, we're so close. I spoke to President Obama. I will tell you that was headed to war. And now it's going to be, I believe it's going to work out very well. And stop the war. We will stop it. We save millions of lives. You know, Seoul has 30 million people. You don't realize how big. 30 million people right near the border, 30 miles off the border. Millions of people would have been killed. And I will say Chairman Kim has been really good, and we made a lot of progress. It's nice that you say that because that's a big thing. These folks were covering North Korea, not very promisingly. There were a lot of problems. President Obama said that was his biggest problem. And I don't say anything solved. But, yeah, we solved one of the biggest problems. Yeah, it was a big solving, and not solved yet, but I think we're on the way. No, we're well on our way. In a short period of time, Jim. Very short period of time. You know, I left Singapore.
We have moved back in the building. She went and got some robotic groceries, and now, as you see here, we have the speech here that Jesus he talked to this nigga, and he was saying, as you watch here, that Chicago is middle America. Correct, it is, everybody knows Midwest. It has a lot of things going for it. Just like India had a lot of things going for it, so they bombed it. There's something in Chicago, and only Jesus knows it.
2 months ago, and we've made a lot of progress. So it's very good. Hey, look, that's one of many things. But I appreciate everything with you. I tell you what, Kim was in. Mrs. Johnson, we got her out. She was very unfairly treated, and there are many other people like that. We have Larry Lawyer with us today, and it's a prisoner that we're focused on. He has 6 life sentences, and they have him next to the Unabomber doing 23 and 1. What did he do, Larry? What did he do?
Why is he in?
Yes, tell us.
Allegedly, it's for conspiracy from prison, from state prison. It's alleged. But we do believe, even if he did commit those crimes, his sentence was overly broad.
What was the sentence?
6 consecutive life sentences in the most secure prison in the world, also known as Clean Version of Hell, or basically an economic crime.
What prison is that?
ADX Supermax in Florence, Colorado. They house Unabomber, Al-Qaeda operatives, mass killers, Oklahoma City bomber, things of that nature.
How old is he? How old?
68.
68 years old?
And really the reason why they imprisoned him is because he started doing positive for the community. He started showing that he actually had power, that he wasn't just one of a monolithic voice, that he could wrap people around. So there's theories that there's infinite amounts of universe and there's alternate universe. So it's very important for me to get Hoover out because in an alternate universe, I am him. And I have to go and get him free because he was doing positive inside of Chicago, just like how I'm moving back to Chicago. And it's not just about, you know, getting on stage and being an entertainer and having a monolithic voice that's forced to be a specific party. You know, people expect that if you're Black, you have to be Democrat. I have conversations that basically said that welfare is the reason why a lot of Black people end up being Democrat. They say, you know, first of all, it's a limit to amount of jobs. So the fathers lose the jobs and they say, we'll give you more money for having more kids in your home. And then we got rid of the mental health institutes in the 80s and the 90s, and the prison rates just shot up. And now you have Chirac, what people call Chirac, which is actually our murder rate is going down by 20% every year. I just talked to the superintendent, met with Michael Sachs, that's Ron's right-hand man. So I think it's the bravery that helps you beat this game called life. You know, they tried to scare me to not wear this hat, my own friend, but this hat, it gives me power in a way. You know, my dad and my mom separated, so I didn't have a lot of male energy in my home. And also, I'm married to a family that, you know, not a lot of male energy going on. It's beautiful though, but there's times where, you know, it's something about, you know, I love Hillary, I love everyone, right? But the campaign, I'm with her, just didn't make me feel as a guy that didn't get to see my dad all the time, like a guy that could play catch with his son. There was something about when I put this hat on, it made me feel like Superman. You made a Superman, that's my favorite superhero. And you made a Superman king. For me, also as a guy that looks up to you, looks up to Rap Lauren, looks up to American industry guys, non-political, no bullshit, put the beep on it, however you want to do it, 5 seconds delay, and just goes in and gets it done. Right now, you gave me the heart to go to Adidas, because at Adidas, when I went in 2015, we were a $14 billion company, losing $2 billion a year. Now we have a $38 billion market cap. It's called the Yeezy effect. And I went to Casper. We had a meeting in Chicago. And I said, you have to bring manufacturing onshore, not even shore, into the core. It's not about the borders, the core of Adidas. And Chicago is the core of Middle America. We have to make Middle America strong. So I had the balls, because I have enough balls to put on this hat. I mean, this Adidas thing made me a billionaire, and I could have lost $200 million walking away from that deal. But even with that, I knew it was more important for me to take the chance of walking away from that deal than to have no fathers in Chicago with no home. And when we do have prison restoration, because it's rehabilitation, not rehabilitation, because we didn't have the abilities in the first place. We never had anyone to taught us to teach us. Exactly, we had no one to taught us, right? So it's more important than any specific deal, anything that we bring jobs into America, and that we provide a transition with mental health and the American education curriculum that Jim has worked on. Larry Hoover also has a curriculum that he's worked on. We have Montessori curriculums that we worked on. WeWorks has a beautiful curriculum. The Waldorf establishment has a curriculum. We have meditation. There's a lot of things affecting our mental health that makes us do crazy things, that puts us back into that trap door called the 13th Amendment. I did say abolish with the hat on, because why would you keep something around as a trap door? If you build in a floor, the Constitution is the base of our industry, right? Of our country, of our company. Would you build a trap door that if you mess up and you accidentally something happens, you fall and you end up next to the Unabomber? You got to remove all that trap door out of the relationship. The 4 gentlemen that wrote the 13th Amendment, and I think the way the universe works is perfect. We don't have 13 floors, do we? You know, so the four gentlemen that wrote the 13th Amendment didn't look like the people they were amending. Also, at that point, it was illegal for blacks to read, or African Americans to read. And so that meant if you actually read the amendment, you get locked up and turned to a slave. Again, so what I think is we don't need sentences, we need partners. We need to talk to people. I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder. I was connected with a neuropsychologist that works with the athletes in the NBA and the NFL. And he looked at my brain, it's equal on 3 parts. I'm gonna go ahead, drop some bombs for you. 98 percentile IQ test. I had a 75 percentile of all human beings, but it was counting 8 numbers backwards after his repeat. So I'm gonna work on that one. The other one's 98%, Tesla, Freud. You know, so he said that I actually wasn't bipolar. I had sleep deprivation, which could cause dementia 10 to 20 years from now, where I wouldn't even remember my son's name. So all this power that I got, and I'm taking my son to the Sox game and all of that, I wouldn't be able to remember his name from a misdiagnosis. And what we need is we can empower the pharmaceuticals and make more money. That's one thing. I've never stepped into a situation where I didn't make people more money. So we can empower pharmaceuticals, we can empower our industry, we can empower our factories, we can bring not only Adidas on shore, we can bring Foxconn to set up a factory in, I think, Minnesota, 53,000.
Wisconsin.
Yeah, Wisconsin. They have 4,000 jobs, people making $53,000 a year. And one of the things we got to set is Ford to have the highest design, the dopest cars, the most amazing. I don't really say dope, I don't say negative words. We try to flip them. We just say positive, lovely, divine, universal words. So the flyest, freshest, most amazing car. And what we want to start with is, I brought a gift with me right here. This right here is the iPlane 1. It's a hydrogen powered airplane, and this is what our president should be flying in. Look at this shirt.
We'll get rid of that voice one. Can we get rid of that voice? No, you don't like that.
Well, we're gonna have Apple, an American company, work on this plane with. But you know what I don't like about? It's not that I don't like what I need Saturday Night Live to improve on, and what I need the liberals to improve on is if he don't look good, we don't look good. This is our president. He has to be the freshest, the flyest planes, the best factory, and we have to make our core be empowered. We have to bring jobs into America because our best export is entertainment and ideas. But when we make everything in China and not in America, then we're cheating on our country. And we're putting people in positions to have to do illegal things to end up in the cheapest factory ever.
Did y'all not hear the sentence? He told you already. Where did the virus start? China. Easy for president, bitch.
The prison system.
I'll tell you what, that was pretty aggressive. Well, I hate to say this, Jim. Do you want to say something? What do you do after that?
You don't mind.
You are fair. Please, Jim, please. Yeah. Great, right? Isn't that a great statement?
Yeah,
It's
beat
so
out the
true.
Tuesday.
As a country, it's so true. Very impressed. I've never seen Jim Brown impressed before. He was impressed. That's true. That statement is amazing. Huh? I want to tell you, it's great to have you guys with us. And we're going to go in, we're going to have some lunch. That was quite something. That was quite something.
From the soul.
Yeah, no. It's really very interesting. Yes, yeah, please.
So you said a president votes because he cares about black people. And you've heard some people say that about this country. How do you respond to that? What do you think of that?
I think we need to care about all people. And I believe that when I went on to NBC, I was very emotional and I was programmed to think from a victimized mentality, a welfare mentality. I think that with blacks and African Americans, we really get caught up in the idea of racism over the idea of industry. We say if people don't have land, they settle for brands. We want Polo Sport and Obama again. We want a brand more than we want land because we haven't known how it feels to actually have our own land and have ownership of our own blocks. So when you don't have ownership, then it's all about how something looks. It's about the patina, it's not about the soil, it's not about the core. So we focus more on, is somebody wearing something, is someone disrespecting me, so I gotta shoot them, or the idea of someone being racist. You know, we talk about police murders, which we definitely have to discuss, and we have to bring nobility to the police officers and make the police officers are just like us. But this is this whole hate building, right? And that's a major thing about racial tension. And we also, as Black people, we have to take a responsibility for what we're doing. We kill each other more than police officers. And that's not saying that the police officer is not an issue, because they are in a position of power. But sometimes they're in placement of law enforcement. They need to be law power. It's force versus power. You shouldn't have to force people to do that. So a lot of times the police officer is sitting there, they're being forced to do this and forced to do that block, and then they force somebody into something and force something. We have to release the love throughout the entire country and give opportunities. A lot of times it's just the overall lack of reparations that we, at any given point, we say, oh, this is racist, this is racist, this is racist, this is racist. So we don't have the reparations, but we have the 13th Amendment. We got to open up the whole conversation. So, and that's a move. One of the moves that I love that liberals try to do, the liberal would try to control a Black person through the concept of racism, because they know that we are very proud, emotional people. So when I said I like Trump to like someone that's liberal, they'll say, oh, but he's racist. You think racism can control me? Oh, that don't stop me. That's an invisible wall.
Mr. West, what would you like?
Oh, your question. You have one question, we go to another question. I answered your question. I don't answer questions in simple sound bites. You are tasting a fine wine that has multiple notes to it. You better play 4D chess with me like it's Minority Report, because it ain't that simple. It's complex.
Mr. West, what would you like? I'm going to Chicago sometime, so I would like to know what you would like to ask President Trump to do for Chicago. We're here to talk about crime in Chicago.
The thing that the head of the police and Mike Sachs met with me last night at the Soho House about was, we feel that stop and frisk does not help the relationship in the city. And everyone that knew I was coming here asked about stop and frisk. That's the number one thing that we're having this conversation about. Another thing is opening up industries, and we've got to get some.
Okay. He said stop and frisk. Okay. That's without probable cause. If we stop you, we can throw the balls. Okay. So what is the National Guard able to do? Are they able to stop and frisk or stop and shoot?
Breaks. Because we're making we got a speed factory in Atlanta, but the shoes are costing us $300, so it's costing us too much to make things. So we need some prototypes here so we can get people back working. So China can't just beat us and Vietnam can't beat us. You got Levi's, the greatest jeans company in the world, making their jeans in Vietnam. So we're going to need to get a few breaks to be able to have some places in my hometown of Chicago and the 2.7 million to the 9 million surrounding suburbs where we can create some factories. Now, I think it would be cool for them to be Trump factories because he's a master of industry. He's a builder. And I think it would be cool to have Yeezy ideation centers, which would be a mix of education that empowers people and gives them modern information. Like sometimes people say, this kid has ADD, this kid has ADD. He don't have ADD, school is boring. It was boring, it's not as exciting as this. We have to make it more exciting. We have to mix curriculums. You play basketball while you're doing math. You learn about music while you meditate in the morning. We have to instate mental health and art programs back into the city. So those are, and also Larry Hoover is an example of a man that was turning his life around. As soon as he tried to turn his life around, they hit him with 6 life sentences. So I believe you say don't tear down the statues. Larry Hoover is a living statue. He's a beacon for us that needs to see his family, that needs to go out and represent. When you have a block leader on every single block, they can own the block as their own. That's something I learned from Jim Brown, from American. We need to put curriculum for people who really came from the streets, not people who are just trying to set us up to go into a work system or prison system that applies to what people are really going through, which Jim Brown has created.
What about gun violence with all the debate about the Second Amendment going on?
The problem is illegal guns. Illegal guns is the problem, not legal guns. We have the right to bear arms.
President Trump has said that he favors stop and frisk.
Are you guys gonna be discussing that? Do you think you can change it?
Yeah, we're gonna discuss. I didn't mean to put you on blast like that, bro, but it's definitely.
I'm open-minded. I'm here. Yeah. I am open-minded. He can speak for me anytime he wants. He's been a great guy. He's a smart cookie. Smart. He gets it. These two guys, Jim Brown, he's been doing this for a long time.
Is the future presidential candidate?
Could very well be.
Only after.
Could very well be. That's good. I'm glad to hear that.
We have a good, and the thing is, let's stop worrying about the future. All we really have is today. We just have today, over and over and over again, the eternal return, the hero's journey. And Trump is on his hero's journey right now. And he might not have expected to have a crazy motherfucker like Kanye West run up and support. But best believe, we are going to make America great. Now, the thing is, another thing is black people have an issue with the word again. And I believe my feeling from that is because I'm going to go all the way Sigmund with, because time is a myth. All we have is now, all we have is today. So the word again, it doesn't hurt us because of the idea of racism and slavery and different things. It hurts us because we need to focus on who we are now, today. I believe. So I actually brought some hats in that have a bit of a transition. I'm not trying to put you up there a little bit. I made a hat that says "Make America Great." Just that. But I would love to see at the Super Bowl, Trump wearing the "Make America Great" hat, Colin wearing the "Make America Great," and showing that we can bend a bit on this side, we can bend a bit on this side, and we can learn how to be malleable in the infinite universe that we are and the loving beings that we are. That we don't have to stick to all traditions, and we aren't a side. We are one unit. We are one country. We are one moment in history and time. We might have been here before, but right now, we're here together, and the greatest value that people have are other people. And we need to stop working on red and blue. It's like a gang again.
Let me ask you this question. You're in the Oval Office. How does it feel to be in the Oval Office?
Oh, it is good energy in there.
Isn't it good energy?
It's good.
It's a great place. Jim, how do you feel? You're so respected. And what Kanye is doing has been incredible. All over the world, they're talking about this. And I have to tell you, I had important meetings today with senators and with everything. Nobody cared. They wanted this meeting. This is the meeting. Is that right? I can say that to John. No, the others were good, right? But this is what they want. Well, it's my honor, Jim. I want to tell you, I've been a fan of yours for a long time. A long time. Nobody like you. Nobody like you. No athlete like you. Yeah, it's really nice. Well, and you know, that's always been the way Jim has been for a long time. And he just wanted to help, and it's something special. Jennifer, did you have a question? Well, we're gonna look at it. I'm open to everything. And look, I think it's a shame what's happening in Chicago. I'm in Chicago a lot too. I have nice things in Chicago. You know that, right? And I hate to see what's happening. They're having numbers of people being shot and killed, and it's not for this country. So they have to do something, and I am totally open. If we can do it a different way, Kanye, I'm totally open. But they have to do, I mean, we all agree they have to do something, that's for sure.
Is it a law enforcement issue or legislation?
Well, maybe it's a combination of both. Yeah, I guess it is, but I think it's probably a combination of both. And it's also a respect issue. They respect this guy, they respect this guy. That's a big thing. Right now, they're not respecting, let's say, your mayor or let's say your leadership in Chicago, but certainly it shouldn't be happening. What's going on there should not be happening. Steve, go ahead. Honestly, from our standpoint, this was just set up to be a lunch of two people that I like, and I guess they like me. And we're gonna have lunch. We're gonna talk.
He said, I guess you know I love you.
But I don't want to put you in that spot.
No, I'm standing in that spot. I love this guy right here. Let me give this guy a hug right here. I love this guy right here.
Yeah, come in. Yeah, that's really nice. And that's from the heart. I didn't want to put you in that position, you know, but that's from the heart. Special guy. These two are special people. Whether you like it, whether you don't like it, they're special people. And I appreciate it. Jim, Kanye, I appreciate it. So let's go have some lunch. Okay? Thank you all very much. That was really-